Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing good and staying safe. Without wasting much of our time, let's dive into today's session. Coming to our first question, the most common type of cancer seen in Indian women is it a breast cancer? Is it a endometrial cancer? Is it a oral cavity cancer? Is it a cervical cancer? What do you think? Comment all your answers. See, kindly comment your answer irrespective of it's right or wrong. Try to attempt, because see, if you do right it's well and good. If you do wrong, it's a learning, right? Okay, this I have done wrong, I have to correct. In that way I'm telling you to comment. It's like for your own benefit only. See, your answer should be breast cancer. Most common cancer seen in Indian women is breast cancer. This is the logo of breast cancer. Sometimes they can depict this logo and they'll ask you like pink. If you see pink, it stands for breast cancer. It's not HIV or something. Pink ribbon stands for breast cancer. Kindly remember this. CSF is considered to be the best clinical materials in the diagnosis of leptospira, meningitis, both the above, inflammation. What do you think it's an answer? CSF stands for cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid is considered to be best in the clinical materials in the diagnosis of. What is your answer? So your answer should be meningitis. CSF stands for cerebrospinal fluid. What is CSF? What does it do? It serves as a shock absorber to your central nervous system. Generally, we use CSF to diagnose tubercular meningitis, encephalitis, multiple sclerosis, neurosyphilis, all that. In options, they have given you meningitis, so mark it as meningitis. Coming to our question number 3, measles is a dash disease. Is it a viral disease? Is it a bacterial disease? Or both the above, like both viral and bacterial disease? Or is it a protozoan disease? Mark your answer. See, there is no doubt in that. Measles is a viral disease. It belongs to family Paramyxoviridae. It has a genetic material as RNA. To students who are from non-science background or who are from arts background or from engineering field, viruses have their genetic material as DNA or RNA. Some viruses have DNA as their genetic material. Some viruses have RNA as their genetic material. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. When you are studying epidemiology of communicable diseases, kindly read. Suppose when you hear the word streptococcus, you should know it's a bacteria. Staphylococcus, it's a bacteria. Polio, it's a virus. Trichomonas vaginalis, it's a parasite. Entamoeba histolytica, it's a parasite. In that way you should study. Coming to our fourth question, here they are asking you hygiene is related to whom, whereas sanitation is related to whom. Option A, person and community. Option B, society and community. Option C, village and town. Option D, community and person. Mark all your answers. Always remember, it's very simple. Hygiene is related to person, sanitation is related to community. I guess many of you might mark it correctly, so in detail I am not going to explain anything in this. It's like self-explanatory. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin C and B, vitamin B and D, vitamin C and E, vitamin D and E. Mark your answers. So your answer should be vitamin C and B are water soluble vitamins. Always remember, A, D, E, K stands for fat soluble vitamins. Sometimes they can ask you ascorbic acid is it a water soluble vitamin or is it a fat soluble vitamin? Definitely you should mark it as water soluble vitamin. Vitamin C is also called as ascorbic acid. Vitamin B1, which is a water soluble vitamin, it is also called as thiamine. So you should know like what is vitamin C is also called as. Vitamin D is also called as calciferol. Vitamin A is also called as retinol. Vitamin D deficiency lead to rickets. All that you should know. Vitamin C deficiency leads to scurvy. Vitamin B, thiamine deficiency leads to beriberi, wet beriberi, dry beriberi. There is classification. When you are studying nutrition chapter, kindly go through all the water soluble vitamins. What happens when you have deficiency of those vitamins? Same way, fat soluble vitamins also you should know what to fat soluble vitamin deficiency causes. If it's excess also, what do it happen? All that you should know. Kindly read your nutrition chapter very carefully. Coming to our sixth question, median is defined as sum of measurements in a series divided by a number of measurements, middle value of the series arranged in ascending or descending order, value which occurs most frequently in series, middle value in a series. Mark your answer. Last time I told you what is mean, median, mode. See, middle value of the series arranged in an ascending or descending order is called median. Coming to mode, mode is repeated number is called mode. Okay, mean, number of series by sum of series by number of series is called mean. So always remember, when you are reading biostats, you should definitely know what is mean, median, mode, standard deviation, correlation coefficient, and you have to know parametric test, non-parametric test. Chi-square test is very important. You have to know t-test, z-test also. Coming to our seventh question, which is the most serious potential side effect of vaccination? A. Swelling, B. Soreness, C. Fever, D. Anaphylaxis. Mark your answers. Anaphylaxis is the most serious complication of vaccination. See, they easily you can mark it if you don't know what is anaphylaxis also. It's a hypersensitive reaction. See, there they have mentioned fever, sore throat, swellingness. Okay, all this generally you see whenever you get vaccinated, right? Their question is very clear. They asked you most serious. When fever, it's not most serious, right? Swelling, it's common. When you take BCG, you will have swelling. Sore throat is also really common. So your answer should be anaphylaxis. Coming to our question number 8. National Institute of Nutrition is located at? Is it located at Delhi? Is it located at Mumbai? Is it located at Hyderabad? Option D, Chennai. Mark your answers. National Institute of Nutrition is located in Hyderabad. See, yesterday I told you World Health Organization is at Geneva. This point why I am telling this is very important. You should remember that World Health Organization is at Geneva. Like, this is like take home note for you all. You have to read where are the national and some international health agencies located at. Which of the following class of toxins is produced by fungi? Option A, mycotoxins. Option B, endotoxins. Option C, exotoxins. Option D, systemic toxins. Mark your answers. Your answer should be fungi. Exo and endotoxins are caused by bacteria. Mycotoxins are produced by fungi. Remember this question I have repeated in revision series video also. A family of married couple with their children is called as? A, joint family. B, extended family. C, nuclear family. D, inadequate family. So your answer should be nuclear family. Coming to what is nuclear family? Parents and children together are called nuclear family. You all know what is extended family, joint family, all that, right? So answer is very simple. Parents and children are called nuclear family. Mother, father, children. Which type of WBC produces antibodies? Option A, neutrophils. Option B, lymphocytes. Option C, eosinophils. Option D, basophils. Mark your answer. See, always remember, antibodies are produced by lymphocytes. You all know WBC are called scavengers of our body. Whenever a foreign particle enters our body, our body fights against it by producing antibodies. Which cells produce antibodies? It's lymphocytes. Neutrophils, basophils, all those are granulocytes. I hope I am clear with this question. Always remember, antibodies, lymphocytes. Nosocomial infection refers to infection acquired from animals, infection acquired by neonate from mother during delivery, infection acquired in a hospital, infection acquired at farms. Really, this is very important question. Mark your answer. Infection acquired in a hospital is called nosocomial infection. See, healthcare associated infection, hospital associated infection, all these are synonyms. Don't get confused. If they'll ask you healthcare associated infection is a dash, infection acquired in a hospital. Standard deviation is the deviation of an individual from. What is the answer? Is it median? Is it mode? Is it range? Is it mean? If you know what is the definition of standard deviation, it hardly takes 5 seconds to mark it. Mark all your answers. Standard deviation is a deviation of an individual from the mean. See, always remember mean, median, mode, standard deviation, correlation coefficient, regression, parametric test must you have to study, non-parametric test also. Who haven't touched biostats till now, kindly go through biostats. If you are preparing for HCU, at least there will be some questions from biostats. Even in other exams also, you can expect JIPMER, NIMHANS. In every entrance exam, at least they'll give 2 or 3 or max 5 or 10 MCQs from biostats. It just depends upon how they set the question paper. Don't neglect biostats. That's my sincere advice. This is important MCQ of the day. Prevalence refers to all new cases detected in a population at one point in time, all old cases detected in a population at one point in time, all new and old cases detected in a population at one point in time. This question belongs to epidemiology. Mark all your answers. See, before answering this question, you should know what is prevalence, what is incidence. Always remember, incidence stands for new cases. What are all the new cases in the community? What happens to prevalence? Prevalence is old plus new. Don't get confused between prevalence and incidence. Incidence is old plus new. Incidence is only new. IN. P is for prevalence, old plus new. All new and old cases detected in a population at one point in time is called prevalence. What is herd immunity? The immune status of a population, the immune status of shepherds, the immune status of domestic animals, the immune status of the head of the household. What is herd immunity? Mark all your answers. See, herd immunity is the immune status of a population. Why in India till today we are giving oral polio vaccine? Because oral polio vaccine helps in attaining herd immunity. Herd immunity plays a very key role. See, always remember, herd immunity is the immune status of a population. It doesn't belong to individual immunity. If you have any doubts in today's session or any other videos, you can comment. I'll try to answer all your comments as soon as possible. See, like many students were asking me regarding some other colleges. So what I have done, I have made playlist for each college. Suppose if you are looking for JIPMER Masters in Public Health program, I have made separate playlist for that, so that when you see all the videos, many of your doubts will be cleared. Even after seeing all the videos, if your doubts are not clear, you can comment. I'll definitely try to help you out. And one more thing I would like to tell is, tomorrow we'll have many MCQs from history of public health, so that what kind of questions they can give you in your exam, it will be a good revision for you. Today, everybody, if it's possible, kindly have a look through history of public health. Definitely it will help you out for your upcoming exams. At least in every entrance exam, you can expect 1 or 2 MCQs from history of public health, right? So in each chapter, what are the MCQs that can be expected? In that way, we'll be continuing our revision series. If you have enjoyed our video and if you feel our content is helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching MedSeekers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's been helpful for you, give it a thumbs up button and share it with your friends, whoever is preparing for Masters in Public Health. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates. Any doubts, you're always free to comment. Take care, stay safe, stay home, stay happy. See you all tomorrow at 7 p.m.